What is the main focus of chapter 14 of the Bhagavad Gita? A. The nature of the three gunas. What are the three gunas described in chapter 14? B. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. According to chapter 14, which guna leads to liberation? A. Goodness. What is the metaphor used in chapter 14 to describe the relationship between the soul and the body? A. A house and its tenant. What is the Sanskrit term for the three gunas mentioned in chapter 14? A. Trigunas. According to chapter 14, which guna is associated with attachment, desire, and cravings? B. Passion. What is the ultimate goal of understanding the three gunas as per chapter 14? B. To attain spiritual wisdom. In chapter 14, who is the speaker of the Bhagavad Gita? A. Krishna. What is the significance of chapter 14 in the context of the entire Bhagavad Gita? A. It summarizes the teachings of the Gita. How many verses are there in chapter 14 of the Bhagavad Gita? C. 30. What is the significance of understanding the teachings of Bhagavad Gita chapter 14? A. It helps in improving spiritual knowledge. According to chapter 14, what is the importance of understanding the modes of material nature? B. It helps in understanding the root of all suffering. How does chapter 14 explain the concept of guna, or modes of nature? C. As the cause of bondage and suffering. What does Bhagavad Gita chapter 14 teach us about the purpose of life? B. To find inner peace and spiritual growth. Why is it important to contemplate the teachings of chapter 14 regularly? C. To deepen our understanding of spiritual truths. What is the significance of Arjuna's questions in Bhagavad Gita chapter 14? B. To gain clarity on spiritual concepts. How does chapter 14 help us in understanding the duality of material existence? B. By highlighting the temporary nature of material happiness. What lesson can be learned from the dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna in chapter 14? B. The value of self-awareness and self-improvement. How does chapter 14 guide us in overcoming ignorance and delusion? C. By cultivating spiritual wisdom. What is the ultimate goal of studying Bhagavad Gita chapter 14? B. To achieve liberation from the cycle of birth and death.